I found this model interesting, so let's draw it. I'm starting off with marking the top and the bottom of my figure. This will be the helmet. I draw the center line of the body. Notice that we have perspective again. Let's copy these guidelines. There is an ellipse on the side of the helmet. And this middle part also consists of ellipses. Here is the neck, and there are some kind of protectors on the shoulder. I'm drawing the contour line of the body. The legs are spread out, so I need to illustrate this. The arms are held in a 45-degree angle. I think the horizon line is somewhere here. I draw it to remind me which curve should bend in which direction. Below the horizon, they curve this way. Above the horizon, they curve this way. Notice that each of these guidelines converge to a single vanishing point. So when you draw these lines or curves that are horizontal and nearly parallel to each other, they should converge to the same vanishing point. Now let's draw the arms. I don't know what it's called on the chess, but I draw it. I start making darker strokes because basically we have the structure. When I draw this, let's say, armor, I try to feel its volume. I'm thinking in 3D. I suppose this approach needs some experience, especially in perspective drawing. If you are not ready for this approach, just try to copy the orientation of the contours of the bounding shape one by one. The top, the bottom, the left, and the right curve. Drawing these shoes is a great exercise for practicing perspective. If you don't like what you drew, try to identify which part is not correct, which line or curve is in the wrong direction. Erase and try to draw it in another angle. Is it better now? One way to improve is to repeat drawing a certain part until it's good enough. Now let me add the details to the helmet. Note that these circles are ellipses in perspective. Alright, the line drawing is ready. Now let's add colors to it, or at least darker and lighter tones. However, Feel free to use color pencils or felt pens. I just use a darker tone and a lighter one. I like this painting part. It reminds me my childhood. Now I'm using the lighter tone. Oops, I added an extra layer to this thing. It doesn't matter. Let me erase these guidelines. The horizon line is just fine. Actually, it makes the drawing better. To enhance the experience, I add some shadows to the figure. I'm using the reference image, of course. I think I'm satisfied with the result. I hope you liked this exercise.